Okay, great. So we've got the 10 things we ought not do. And now we have our pre-approval from Tim Pasquarella of Team Pasquarella, powered by Ross Mortgage. Andre, we get to go shopping. What's important, Andre, when working? What should a buyer be looking for in a realtor, you think?
A buyer should be looking for a realtor that is going to be attentive to what they need, is going to ask a lot of questions to help fine-tune and help them realize what it is they're actually looking for. Because the last thing you want is to have a buyer tell you, okay, well, I want this and this and this and this area, and then in another email or phone call say, oh, no, we want to be over in this area and this, and this.
Right.
Ask a lot of questions up front. I do.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a realtor that's asking a lot of those questions, find another realtor.
Yeah, before I got into real estate a few years ago, I was working with a real estate agent, and I said I wanted to see a house that I had found, and she said, "No, you don't want that." And I said, "Yeah, I really think I might want to go see that," and I did. So, yeah, work with somebody that wants
someone who's listening, someone who's attentive, someone who's asking clarifying questions. Because Tina, we know, Andre, you've run into it. People do sort of evolve in this process. Maybe you think you start thinking, I want this kind of as a 2-story with a detached garage. They end up buying a ranch with a detached garage.
Right.
But it's a process of communication, finding the right thing for them, right?
Yeah, and you're not going to find a house that is 100% what you want. You have to decide what are the most important things to you.
Right. The 100% house doesn't exist.
No, it's
90% house is pretty good, though.
Yeah.
But now we're shopping, right? So we go out and we're looking at houses. Getting the right, when you find it, getting your offer noticed is a big, there's a lot of competition out here these days. So I'm looking at Tina, a licensed real estate agent. I'm looking at Andre, a licensed real estate agent. You've run into this. What have you done to get those offers noticed and accepted?
One of the most important things I tell them is if this is the one, and I tell all my buyers, you will have your aha moment. You will know at some point when you walk into the house that that's the one.
Right.
If it is the one, there are several things you can do to help your offer stand out. One of the easiest ones, so to speak, is increase your EMD.
Yeah, EMD is earnest money deposit. We call it earnest money, so the seller knows you're earnest, you're for real on this offer.
Right. Another thing is if they have the wherewithal, increase your down payment.
Right.
Even if you're FHA where you can get 3.5% to 5% down, if you have a little bit more to put down, that also lets the seller know that you're serious.
Well, let me back up on this earnest money down payment thing real quick. We had our friend Sarah DeHunt in, and she told the story how she had a buyer who wanted to put 20% down. It was a $200,000 purchase price. They just wrote the earnest money deposit check because they had it for $40,000. Now that'll get a seller's attention right there. $40,000 earnest money deposit. But you're gonna use that money for the down payment anyway.
Right.
Anyway, go ahead.
That certainly lets them know they're serious.
That's serious.
Then you won't spend it.
Then you won't spend it.
That's true.
That's great. Go ahead.
Right. Some of the other things that you can do to stand out is you can shorten the time for an inspection.
Right.
You can try not to have a lot of contingencies in there. If you have a home you have to sell first, that will be a contingency. But if you don't, that obviously will work in the buyer's favor. And like Tim mentioned, that pre-approval, I have been able to successfully get the one for my clients because I can push the fact that they are approved through underwriting.
Yeah.
They are ready to go as soon as we have an offer and the appraisal comes in. We're ready to go.
That's right back to that negotiating power and that.
Right.
Well, and then one thing I think too is make a good offer in the first place. Don't try and make a lowball offer because maybe they'll take something less. If this is really the house and it's worth X number of dollars, offer them X number of dollars.
Yeah, because so many times you get a little too cute by half, when you start trying to play games here. Just if you found the aha moment, if you found the right house, let's get serious and let's make the best offer that's going to get you into the situation that's going to help you have that future financial freedom, get you into that dream home, to get you started on your journey. You're listening to Michigan Real Talk. We're talking Home Buyer 101. But let's fast forward here because